Hi, I'm Paris, and I don't especially like doing yard work, especially in the heat of summer here in central Texas, but I do feel a sense of peer pressure from the neighbors when I've got the scraggliest looking yard on the block. So I do my part, which actually may become a little bit easier and more fun now that I've upgraded one of my tools to the Ego high-tech, high-powered battery string trimmer. Home Depot's been having a 4th of July sale this past week, so I finally jumped in and bought the first of what I hope will be many battery-powered yard and garden tools. Now, this is not a decision to be taken lightly because you're buying into an ecosystem when you get your first battery-powered tool. Just like with having an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Nintendo, whichever system you get, that's what you buy all the games for and all the accessories for. You're sort of locked in once you make that decision. Well, it's the same in the power tool game, and that's because of the batteries. Every company has their unique batteries and chargers that won't work with the other brand's tools. So after researching the various power tool brands, I went with Ego. This is because my main interest is yard and garden tools. I'm not so much of a handyman. If I had that interest and ability, I might have chosen a different brand because Ego's tools mostly are for working outside in your yard. Two most important tools for me are lawnmower and the string trimmer. I'm using them a couple times a month throughout most of the year. Now, the other part of starting to invest in this tool ecosystem is justifying the costs to yourself and to your spouse. Our current weed whacker is over 15 years old. It's probably gone through a mile's worth of string and all the cutting it's done, but it's falling apart now. It's an inexpensive Black & Decker model. Got it back when we only had a small apartment yard to maintain. Also, it's always been a little too short for me. The grip handle piece broke off earlier this year, and it started loudly complaining every time I went to use it. Yeah, I don't know if I can make the argument for a new mower right now, but with this, that when that sound happens, people come out of their houses nearby thinking a cat's been in a car accident. So definitely time to replace the string trimmer. Here is what comes in the box. A lot of instructions along with some starter string. The pole, that's, I think, in 2 pieces. Yeah, and so we'll straighten that out and lock it together. The handle, yay, I'll finally have a handle on my weed whacker again. The bumper, the battery, which is a 2.5 amp hour battery, and the charging unit. This is, I believe, just the standard charging unit. They do have a fast charging unit you can buy separately as well. Here's a better look at the battery. It does weigh a few pounds. Now, they say all of their batteries, 2.5, 5, and 7.5 amp hour batteries, work with all their devices. I'm guessing then that they're all the same size. The other ones must be a lot heavier. So I have got this assembled now, everything except for the battery. Got to charge that up first. A couple things I really liked about this model. Power load system. That loads up the string in a new revolutionary way where you just run the string through it, push a button, and it winds it right into the spool. The other thing I thought was super cool, the carbon fiber shaft. This shaft made of carbon fiber, it's so light and lovely. Here's the standard Ego charger. They do recommend that you charge batteries in the house, and in our case, probably not in the garage because it is hot in the garage in the summertime. A little bit different system than I've seen before. We've got 4 metal blades here that are going to line up with the 4 slots here for doing the charging. To check if the battery's charged, press the button on the front. If it's green, that means it has at least a 15% charge. Plug the charger in, the lights flashed briefly. Now I've got to slide this so those metal fins line up with the battery. So you can hear the fans going. Charging does produce heat. Probably in charging your phone, you've noticed it can get kind of warm. If it were completely discharged, it should take about 50 minutes to completely charge up this 2.5 amp hour battery with this standard Ego charger. And while I'm waiting on this to charge up, just a note about the batteries. If I were to buy this battery separately, I looked when I was at Home Depot, $149 just for the battery. For the battery with the charger and the string trimmer, which is the thing I really wanted, $214 because it's on sale right now. But it really does not make sense to buy these batteries separately if you can at all help it. You want to buy a device that includes the battery in the package. You save so much money that way. Got the battery fully charged. Time to attach it. Okay, Then there's a thumb release and the trigger to get it started. Much nicer than this one. At least it's not screaming this morning. I took care of the lawn here a couple weeks ago, so it's not really challenging. I'm going to head over somewhere that does have some deep grass and really give this a workout. That's a lot more power. I don't think I've used up any of the cord yet. Here's how the power load technology works on the Ego string trimmer. I've got my string measured out. I just have to put it through an eyelet on one side, out the other. And then pull it till it's even on both sides. Then I push this button and it should pull the string in on each side and wind it up inside automatically. Let's see. Want to leave a few inches out on each side, and I'm ready to go cutting. Well, it's toasty out there. All the more reason for getting the yard work done quickly. Now, as I mentioned, I don't think I've used any of the line on this. It's much thicker line than my older weed whacker could support, so part of it's that. Part of it's the strength of the spinning. Part of it is the fact that it's got the line coming out both ends. My weed whacker just has one strip of line coming out. Now, I really felt the upgrade in speed and power using this. You can find out more about the Ego string trimmer at the link down below this video. I bought extra string while I was at the store, but looking at it now, I realize this may be a 5-year supply. Remember to always wear protection for the fingers, toes, and eyes while using this, and I'll see you on the next review.